going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in again. So in today's video, what we wanted to address was some of the things that we've been experiencing for the last few months, right? Which kind of explains why we had to take like a month or so off from recording. It feels really good out here right now. It's even though it looks like we super bundled up, and Keisha got on her big heavy duty.
Yeah, just expected the worst.
Yeah,
it's been so cold lately, so.
Just wanted to give you guys an update as to what's been going on with us. So, you want to start? Or you want me to do it? How far back we going? Because it's been a wild ride these last few months.
The first car crash. Or do we need to go? Is there anything further than that?
Lightning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanna do all that? You wanna make somebody cry?
No, I hope not. But, no, so you can. I guess I'll do that one, and then you can talk about the crash. So, anyway, so to kick things off, I don't know, maybe August or September. Yeah, August or September-ish. We came home one day after being out, working and running errands and stuff like that. We came home and I look in the backyard and I see 3 dogs, right? They look good and everything. But I notice only 2 of them are barking. The other one is still laying down. I'm like, I tap on the glass, she doesn't move. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Go outside and she's gone. She's gone. All dogs go to heaven. And to this day, we still don't know why. Because that morning when I fed her, I fed all 3 of them. They were all good, full of life and running around. And matter of fact, they had run around that morning, got some exercise and everything. Came back 6 hours later and she was gone. Her leash didn't choke her because I checked the leash. The leash wasn't tight. I don't know if maybe she swallowed something and maybe choked or what, but yeah. So she was gone. So that kicked everything off for that part, right? So what happened?
We're wearing black.
In
Wow.
commemoration of lightning, yeah, I guess so. This was not planned, Joe, for us to wear black, like giving y'all a bunch of bad news. I feel like
I got blue on under here.
Yeah, and so do I. And this wasn't planned either. But I do feel like y'all seen the movie Life with Eddie Murphy when it was like, who can read?
Right.
He's like,
I feel like that's the story.
Yeah, that's what's going on right now.
Guys,
so yeah.
This video is definitely not for the faint at heart.
Yeah,
it's not crazy.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
It's a lot for a season.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot for like in a short time frame. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was quite a bit. So we start off with lightning.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Right. So lightning passed away. She died on us. Okay. So now you can talk about it.
On an errand, and it was rainy that day, and it was a bit foggy as well, and we got rear-ended on the freeway. Okay, we got rear-ended on the freeway, and all praise to the Most High. We're still here. The biggest thing about that is we were able to just walk in the house and see our kids again, and that was amazing. And when something like that happens, that's the first thing that comes to mind. It's like we're still here. But during the process, there were Mack trucks on the road, and once we got hit, we kind of started swerving a little bit, but Corey got control of the wheel and was able to pull us into like a what is that called?
Where the the interstate splits and you have that little area in the middle, and the little triangle in the middle. We were out of the lanes, out of traffic, and we were just kind of in the middle of the lanes going both directions.
Yes, and it was so scary because I didn't know if we were gonna get hit again. So we got hit the first time, and then once we start kind of like swerving around, I'm just like, oh my God, like,
yeah,
it's about to be over.
Yeah,
It's about to be over.
and the thing about it is, I saw it coming. right? Because when we were rear-ended before, like 10 years ago or so. So ever since then, it kind of been a little bit on edge when when I'm sitting still at a light or something like that, stop traffic, and I know there's not a car behind. Actually, we were rear-ended then, and we were rear-ended when she was pregnant with Corey, our first son. We were rear-ended, and that guy, he hit and run. He ran into us, backed up and took off, and we couldn't chase him because he ran the bumper under the wheel of the car, so we couldn't back out or nothing. But this time, the guy, it wasn't a hit and run. The guy stood around, but he didn't have insurance, y'all. He didn't have insurance. So guess who has to pay for that ultimately in the long run, right? So that was November 8th. We were rear-ended November 8th. And keep in mind, we had two cars. And this was our favorite car. This was the Prius, right? So this was great on gas, right? So we're rear-ended in the Prius. So we got a rental car. So we was like, you know what? That ain't gonna stop us.
Exactly.
We made boss moves, baby. Like, so we was like, we're gonna keep on going. So we got a rental car. So we get the rental car on December 1st. And December 8th, guess what happened? I was hit in the rental car, right? No. December, did I say December 4th? December 8th?
You said December 8th.
December 4th, excuse me. So December 4th. So November 8th was the rear end in the Prius. And December 4th was the accident where,
he had the right of way. Someone ran a stop sign trying to
legitimate.
beat him,
It was a legit. I could see because she wasn't from the area, and that intersection
is weird.
It's a three-way stop, not a four-way stop, and I didn't have a stop sign. So because we're coming out of main traffic off of a main road, and so we're supposed to keep passing through this little small intersection so that we don't back up traffic on the main street. And but every other way had a stop sign. Now, to her defense, and mine as well, the traffic on the left side of me, all that traffic was stopped up to the stop sign, up to the intersection. So she couldn't see me and I couldn't see her. But I do know she had a stop sign. We know that for a fact. That's beyond a shadow of a doubt. And as I passed the last car in my left lane, the last car before the actual intersection, right? She pops out and then boom, collision. Both cars totaled at that point, right? So now we're back down to one car again, right? Cool, but because you know what you think that's gonna stop us? You think that's gonna stop us? No. We go get us. We go hard in the paint, right? So we're like, all right, cool. We just start using the other car. Your turn.
Oh.
Your turn.
I forgot about this part, y'all.
Yeah.
So the car that the second car Corey keeps referring to.
I call it the Bugatti. The Bugatti.
He calls it the Bugatti, but it got stolen.
Stolen. What day?
On
Christmas morning. Sunday the 25th. So I think one of the boys went out to take out the trash. Keyshawn went to take out the trash. He came back and he was like, Dad, did you?
Oh no, y'all. I think the Most High is trying to tell us something. I think we
Sit
need
down.
to pay attention.
Sit your
Corey's not listening. Help! No, I'm just playing.
So Keyshawn goes to take trash out that morning, and he's like, Dad, did you sell the car? I'm like, no. He's like, the car's not out there. I'm like, good gracious, right? I look outside, sure enough, the car's gone. So we have cameras, and our neighbor across the street have cameras. So we were able to actually see what time they actually took the car.
Hit me?
The Bugatti was stolen on Christmas morning. we see the camera, get the footage from across the street, got our footage, like boom. But fortunately for us, they recovered it that night. It was just like a couple of miles down the road. So they called us. So we reported stolen at like, I don't know, 10 in the morning, 11, no, about 12. Yeah, about 12. About 12 that in about noon, 12 noon. And nobody, the cops never came out, take a report, none of that stuff. And then later on that night, about 7 o'clock, they found it. They called us. We went and picked it up. You know, so boom. All right, now my turn again. Right. January 4th, the same car was stolen again, y'all. Again. Wait, let's back up a little bit before we get into the stolen car. The last week to 2 weeks of December, after the car gets stolen, we find out that one of our other dogs got what we think it was distemper. Right? So our boy Storm, man, he was such a lovable dog. The one that's in all the videos when I'm filming and he's coming up and he wants his love. Yeah. And it's like, yo, man. So now we down another dog, right? And we didn't. I saw it coming, but didn't recognize any signs or symptoms. If I didn't recognize it. So I would go outside, and when dogs are happy to see you, they shake. They shake their head. They're comfortable with you, right? So they're excited. They're moving, and that's one of the things that they do. Well, when he would shake his head, it wasn't normal. It wasn't at normal speed. It was like at half speed. So it was like he had slowed down a whole lot when he was shaking. I was like, and I'm thinking maybe it's just his leash. It's just maybe it's on him in a way the way he doesn't want to shake violently because it may pinch him or something. So I even checked his leash and his runner. I checked it. I was like, is this making him act that way? And there was nothing wrong. So I was like, all right, cool. I guess he's fine. So, but outside of that, he would run and he would play and he would do everything normally like he normally would. And then we started noticing that him and Rain, our other dog, they both started losing a lot of weight. I'm thinking the weight loss, because it's happening in both of them, is because I'm like, are we feeding them enough? So we started giving them a little bit more food, and didn't make a difference. And Storm stopped eating, and that's when I knew something wasn't right.
Yeah, because he loves to eat.
Yeah, he did. And sure enough, man, he started showing a lot of signs of when we looked it up, of distemper and what it was. So we didn't have an official diagnosis. We just was like looking at the signs and symptoms, because he wasn't having any seizures, but he couldn't stand up. He had to really, all four paws were out, and he was trying to stabilize himself, and he was shaking, and he would trip and he would fall over. He could barely get back up. And I think he felt good when he was running though, because he would trot. Yeah. Once he got himself together and got his bearing, he would trot around the yard. And I'm like, so I think that made him, maybe that was helping him out, made things a little bit better. But man, and we read about it, and it was we've heard that it's basically fatal. It's there's very little chance of recovery. We did the best that we could to make him comfortable, but we couldn't. In my mind, I'm like, there's nothing we could do to make him comfortable, because I can only imagine that if he's in pain, he's just suffering through it. So at one point, I was gonna just take him and have him put down. I was gonna take him to the vet, have them, and if it came back, because we did not. Because keep in mind now, we just lost all our means of transportation, right? And now and at this point, we're waiting for insurances to kick in, and nothing's happening, right? And so we don't have, we're basically out of work for a week or two, and the vet is asking for what did they say? So it's $75 for the visit, and then how much was it for to keep them overnight?
I'm not sure if it was going to be a couple hundred a night.
Yeah, it was I think the bill the estimate came up to like $400 just to have them overnight, you know, for however long. They would have to keep them for a couple of nights, and we was like, Jesus Christ, like perfect timing, right? So we were like, we definitely ain't got that right now. So not. So we ended up just making them as comfortable as we could. And then one day I went out there that morning. No, the one Keyshawn, once again, he's all over the place. He discovers everything.
Took care of Storm so well the whole way through.
Yeah. He didn't.
Feeding him up, bringing him sweet potatoes, just whatever he would eat, you know.
Yeah, because we figured dog food would probably be too much
Yeah.
for him to try to eat. Because another thing is, both dogs stopped barking for the time that it was like they just didn't bark, and we was like, whoa, like what's like for them to be silent. And once again, me not knowing the signs and symptoms, I was like, oh, they're getting used to us coming in and out the house, so they're not barking. Because remember, we go outside, and they still have the same, even though they're sick, they still have the same excitement. They still have the same energy in the beginning, what looked like the same energy, and things just started to fade off. But he went outside one day, and Storm was, he was gone. And then, in January 4th happened. Then the Bugatti got stolen again.
Bugatti got stolen again.
Yeah. So,
twice, like
twice.
Really, the same car, y'all.
And just a week apart, man. Just a week later, a week and some days. Like, gosh, man.
So to make a long story short, with the Bugatti, as soon as we got it back, we sold it.
Yeah, we used to the day of.
It's just we sold it.
I was like, I'm done with this thing, man.
Is there something? Oh, I thought that was a little key.
I was like, man, yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah, it was just it was a beater, anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing fancy. It was mine.
It wasn't nothing fancy.
But I really like driving that.
He likes that car because it was a Honda Accord, one of the most
stolen
vehicles, So it's gone, and sad to say, our puppies are gone too.
Yeah, man.
It's really been real this last like as soon as like November.
And we just lost a rooster, our only rooster.
Our biggest, oh my gosh, our Brahma.
Yeah, man, he just left us, man. Yeah, our rooster died. And the thing about that rooster is that he was the sole surviving chicken from his batch that we ordered last year.
He was a survivor.
Everybody else died. Mm-hmm. All the other roosters died. Well, we sold one, and because we didn't want 10 roosters, yeah. But we couldn't order. We had to order in groups in quantities of 10, right? So we had one. We sold. I mean, we had 10. We sold one. 4 died within that week. 4 died within that week.
No, I don't know what's going on. Those ones I ordered.
I know.
Those ones I ordered.
I know. 4 of them died within that week, and he was one of the ones that almost died when we first got him. But he survived. And out of the remaining roosters, he was the last one standing. And then we go outside one day, a couple of weeks ago, and he's gone. Yeah. So, yeah.
Working a homestead is definitely not
for the faint of heart. At all. At all, man.
No.
Hats off to all of you who are able to do it and keep your sanity. I mean, I guess you get used to it. It's the first, your first time around. So it's kind of, you really don't know what to expect.
You get used to the chickens and boom, and then one is gone.
Yep. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, you guys, that's what's been going on with us.
That's what's been going on. So now we're bringing it back around to get ready for spring gardening.
Absolutely. So on a good note, let's end this on a positive note.
What I try to do in these situations, I just try to listen to what the Most High is saying. Slow down, pay attention. Maybe I'm moving too fast. Maybe I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing. And that's how I handle it. And that's what we did. We just slowed down a bit and just kind of looked at everything we were doing. Some of it I do believe is just part of having a homestead and just growing in that.
True.
Yeah. So right now we're getting back back into getting prepared for spring gardening, and that's exciting. Yeah.
Yep.
We just did a garden update the other day.
Yep. So y'all see everything going in the garden.
Everything's looking good.
So yeah, guys. So spring is right around the corner. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm not sad. I'm not gonna be sad. I
No,
think my
no,
head
no.
low.
No, not at all.
Definitely.
Those things were
RIP
out of
to the
our hands.
puppies. Yeah.
Yes,
RIP
RIP.
to 'em.
Put a little something out for the homies. That's you know that this it was all beyond our control. You know, we couldn't control somebody hitting us twice. We couldn't control the puppies passing away, you know, dying, whatever. So
But what we can control is how we move forward.
absolutely.
And not like, you know, you don't want to go into a depression, get sad.
Nope.
You still got to keep moving forward. So I'm sure we're not the only ones that have been going through things, especially since the, you know, the big year. It's really, honestly, it's been crazy ever since then. Honestly, we're going back to last year in November, but it's really been crazy ever since then. So, you know, I definitely think it's time for us to be more prepared for things that are coming down the pipeline. You know, maybe we'll make another video about that. I definitely think it's time for us to pay more attention to what's going on in our world. The price of the eggs are going up. All kinds of things happening. Shelves being emptied, war, you know, on the horizon. So we need to make sure we have everything straight and everything ready. Prep if you need to. Don't forget your water. We can't just be living life all willy-nilly like we don't know what's going on or we're not paying attention to what's going on around us. So, you know, I definitely, like I say, those things hit home to me, and I just start to look around and pay more attention to what's going on. And as soon after that, shortly after that, the prices of the eggs, you know, were just skyrocketing.
Going crazy. Because y'all already know this stuff is ridiculous. So yeah. So like you said, you know, like for me, I walked away from those accidents because the second one I was by myself. You know, the first one it was both of us. The second one I was by myself. But I walked away appreciating the fact that I could walk away. Right? You know, there was no loss of life. There was no serious injury. You know, nothing crippling. So I'm gonna just say, y'all, I understand that life, you know, there's a lot going on. A lot of people trying to make money just to take care of their families, which is a good thing, which is a noble thing, right? That's what you're supposed to do. However, put things into perspective, right? You're trying to make the money, you're doing the things for your family, but it's no good if you're not there with your family, right? So appreciate your family, because they would definitely rather have you than to have the material possessions. Well, I hope so anyway. But
y'all, I don't know about
some people just
they want material possessions.
Yeah, they what you call it, superficial.
Very superficial.
But
not here.
Not here, no. You know. So yeah, just take that vacation if you need it.
Yes,
you know,
take a vacation.
because that job is gonna be like they said. I know you guys
It's a
seen
marathon.
the thing.
This is a marathon.
It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Not a sprint. So.
You know, take that vacation if you need it. That job is gonna be there when you get back. And if it ain't, then you need to change jobs. To just be flat out honest. If they won't let you take a vacation because they feel like their bottom line of what they got going on is more important than your peace of mind, you're in the wrong place in the first place, right? So yeah, spend time with family and loved ones and do the things that you enjoy because you only live once, man. We're all on borrowed time and we don't know from day to day, you know, what's gonna happen. So enjoy life. With that being said, y'all, excited about the spring garden, prepping some things right now to get ready for the spring garden. I know you guys are too. And we're gonna keep you guys updated as to what we're doing in the garden this year to prep for this upcoming growth season.
Right.
Right.
And also, we want to add more to our channel. I don't know. Well, we're going to be putting a new, it's a little trailer. It's going to be more. You're going to see more of the homesteading as well as the gardening. With it, we do prep. We do believe that there is a lot going on in this world, and there's a reason to prep. So, Corey's also a survival instructor. I think we said that in one of the videos. So, I've been encouraging him to put out some of the knowledge that he has learned. He teaches us, so why not teach these beautiful people here in the YouTube world? We definitely believe there's a reason to prep. Everybody's not just tooting this horn for no reason, and I don't think that we should be ignoring these trumpets that are blowing. So stay tuned. We love you guys, and see you in the next one.